Good morning, good morning. Bix Weir, Roota.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. Big day in the land of Roota. Of course, it's Friday. We have the happy hour concert going on in a little bit. But I have posted a special road trip to Patreon users and updated it for private road users. It is the 10 cryptos for the future, my top 10, and the allocations. And interesting that I think it's four of my four of the 10 holdings make up about 80% of my overall holding. So I got over being in everything. When cryptos were going crazy, everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta get this." Obviously, there's been winners and losers. I think I picked a lot of winners, but also a little handful of losers. And we've been talking about that for a long time. Now's a good time to really focus in on risk, reward, and use case. Hint, hint. So yes, I have posted that to Patreon. So please sign up for Patreon and for other reasons. My Patreon channel is Road to Roota. Here's the other reasons. I'm weaning myself from YouTube. YouTube doesn't let me talk about this stuff. I'll talk about a ton of stuff that YouTube will not let me. They'll either demonetize or shadow ban, which is worse. Or worst of all, they'll just give me a strike and kick me off of YouTube. I think that's coming for all the alt media truth tellers at YouTube. Potentially, unless the good guys win and Trump removes the management of Google and the high-tech companies that are in with the deep state. And now remember, you and I funded the original seed money and continue to fund these big tech corporations through the CIA and the NSA and all that. Yes, they are the ones that got them started, gave them the technology to do this, and that's how it all happened. Especially on YouTube, I've shown who invented YouTube in the 1990s. Yes, YouTube was invented in the 1990s. I've showed it many times at the Road to Roota. I've showed the patents, but it's all CIA stuff. So, and the reason I say that is because CIA, we own the CIA. We're supposed to own the CIA. We funded it. It's part of the U.S. government. Our government works for us, correct? So theoretically, it is a public square. People say, no, YouTube's private so they can do what they want. No, they are not, because through various entities, what's it, SAIC and all the, and these aren't secret. It's not a secret that they are funded. The secret is how much control they have over it, and and the feed of like Facebook data directly into the NSA and the CIA. Although the NSA has everything anyway, they spy on everyone and everything. But yeah. So it's not it's not a private entity. It's a public square funded by your tax money. So no, they should not be censoring anything, especially when it comes to the truth. Anyway, that's why I am starting up the Patreon channel. And as my Patreon subscribers know, I can give a lot better information, deeper information. I don't have to hold stuff back. And it's really cool. And it's also really cool because every week I do a drawing. And I was doing the Life app. I'm still loving the Life app, saving money every day and buying cryptos with it. But I've changed the drawing this week to all members of Patreon. All the $10 tier. It's the only tier I have. $10 members of Patreon will get their name in a hat. Also, all private road members at the Road to Roota. If you have a 1-year private road subscription, you got your Veritasium, you got your silver coin, but you have a shot at another silver coin and something really special I'm going to show you. So this week, today, during the Friday happy hour, God, I got so much going on right now. During the happy hour concert, crypto concert, I'm going to do some, Pauly P wanted to hear a song I wrote like 30 years ago called Bad Girls. He bought the music box at the Bitcoin Bin event, and there's a song called Bad Girls, so I am going to play that. It might get X-rated, but it doesn't matter. Actually, I post on YouTube. I might have to remove a word. It's called Bad Girls Try to Get to Heaven on a Bed. It's hysterical, and it's kind of rock. But this is the acoustic version. The version that Polly has is a full band. But I'll be playing that later today along with crypto songs and talking about cryptos and stuff like that. And that's where we do the drawing. I pull names out of a hat right here. So if you're a Patreon subscriber and you're or you're a Road to Roota private road, the private road gets all the Patreon stuff. So don't sign up for both. If you go on private road, I got a lot of even juicier information. I am coming out with, I have new information on when this damn thing is going to happen, when the collapse of the old system is going to happen, and how it's going to happen. And I've got it from a couple different sources, including some RV stuff, which I'll talk about when I get the okay to talk about it. But right now, I'll be putting that on, I think this weekend or Monday or Tuesday for private road members. I'll be posting that one. But right now, I got all your cryptos you need to know about, at least that I am investing in and why I'm investing in it. And I'm telling you, I think it's 4 of them that are 80% of my portfolio. So yeah, no need to spread money out over 50 cryptos anymore, because the crashes happen. We've seen who got killed and we see who survived. Some might get resurrected from the dead. We don't know. So go to Patreon, Road to Roota. Also, if you want to go for the private road membership, just hit subscribe today and you get a silver coin plus a Very token automatically. And you get your name in the hat. But next week is going to be big, because here's what I'm giving away. I don't know if you can see that. I might get some glare. It is the 2007 version of Wishes and Rainbows Federal Reserve Bank comic book. Right after this came out, I discovered the Road to Roota. That's Roota right there. And it came with a teacher's guide called The Road to Roota, a teacher's guide to Wishes and Rainbows. This is the comic book where they talk about going back to a gold standard. This is the comic book where they talk about 9/11. That's what Roota writes. And this came from the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. This started the Road to Roota theory, that there are people behind the scenes, good guys. This is long before Q. Good guys working to take down the bad criminal banksters. And this one is CGC certified grade, 9.8 out of 10. So this is basically pristine and autographed by Bix Weir. I think that's why they took 0.2 off. But hey, I'm the guy who exposed this comic book for what it was. It would be a nothing comic book without it. I think it should add another 2. It should be a 10.0. But autographed, I think I went for $2 or $3 grand. This is on July 1st. This is what I'm going to raffle off for all Patreon members and private road members. So make sure to go to Patreon, sign up, and you're going to get a lot of good stuff. Let's talk cryptos. In the green, looking strong, looking good. Pretty much everybody in cryptos is now, other than Tonebase, is now saying that the cryptos have started and are strong into the beginnings of the bull run. Does that mean any new people are getting in? No. It's all the same people. It's the people, even the people who haven't gotten shaken out aren't back in yet. And they'll take a lot longer to get back in. But the new people will come as Bitcoin breaches 10,000 and goes up to 20 and 30,000. That's when the new rush of people, institutional investors, will be fighting for cryptos, the real thing. Remember, these exchanges, most of them will be gone by the end of the year. So you got to get your cryptos off the exchanges. And it's not a bad thing. It's not bad. Remember when China shut down the crypto exchanges? What happened? Volume went to almost nothing, and the price of Bitcoin went from 2,000 to 20,000. Volume doesn't make price. Volume guarantees manipulation. So you get rid of these exchanges that don't even have your cryptos that you buy on their exchange. They don't have it in a wallet for you. They got like 10%, is what I'm hearing. So if their customers have $1 million worth of Bitcoin, they got 10% of it on hold. The rest, they can go out and buy it. They think it's fractional reserve system. But all the big ones are doing really well. The top 10, Bitcoin looking at that 10,000. A lot of people saying, well, it'll go between 10 and 12, then crash back down to 7. Maybe. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't plan on selling my cryptos ever. Ever. I plan on using them, buying things with them. But sell your cryptos to get back into fiat money is insane. That's the reason that it's like selling gold to get back into the fiat money. And speaking of gold, even gold, the second most manipulated metal in the world, is having a nice breakout. Over 14,000. It's pulling back now. 100% manipulated. Every day, every trade. My gold bug friends know that, and it is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. But the number one most manipulated metal in the world is silver. And silver broke over $15. Unheard of. How could they allow that? Unheard of. Look at this. Look, here's a great example. This is the daily 24 hours of silver right here. Look at this. This is just par for the course. This is what is called manipulation, my friends, right here. Bang. So the New York COMEX trades right to there. And then there's a little time before Sydney opens up that it's traded on the electronic exchange, the New York Globex. Look at this pure manipulation spike down. Massive, and that's a derivative market. They're all derivative markets. It's insane what these idiotic regulators allow in silver, and the idiotic CEOs of these silver companies allow their industry to be destroyed. They are the laughingstock of any CEO of any company. I'd rather have the CEO of Pets.com running a silver mine than the current CEOs, because they do nothing. They're gutless, spineless bastards. And if I owned any shares in silver mining companies anymore, I would be a hell of a lot tougher on them. But I don't. I gave up because they gave up. They gave up on their industry a long, long time ago. 10 years ago, they gave up. It's just sick and sad. But silver will do what silver is going to do. It's the number one Achilles heel of the banking cabal. Number two is the derivative market. But if you take out silver, good night, because gold's going to run. Everybody's going to say, what's wrong with the dollar? And yes, the cryptos will fly when the dollar crashes. Fly in dollar terms. The question is, will any exchanges be open? Your Bitcoin might be worth $100,000, $200,000, but you can't do anything with it because all the exchanges are closed because the banks crashed. And that's what I'm going to get into in this special report for the private road sometime this weekend. I do have new information on kind of how it will feel and when. And if you've been on Road to Roota long enough, you know. I haven't said a win in a long time. I've said, I think around this time, I do have confirmation from one angle that makes 100% sense, and then I got confirmation from another guy. But then again, anything is possible. In a rigged market, it depends when they want to click that red button to set this thing off. I do think they want to click it at a certain time, absolutely. Who's the largest debtor nation in the world? The United States. Who's going to take down the system when they're ready? The United States, because we benefit the most. Debt goes away. Yes, it will cause massive chaos, but we can't kick the can down the road forever. Our grandparents kicked the can down the road. Since 1913, we've been kicking the can down the road. Everybody's freaked out because we got into this damn situation with unbacked fiat money back in 1913. All because of the gold found in the Grand Canyon. That's the only reason the Fed was allowed to exist, is to deal with that damn gold problem in the Grand Canyon. Billions and billions of ounces of gold. Millions of tons of gold in the Grand Canyon that they found in the early 1900s. That's when there was only, 30 million ounces of gold circulating as money in the United States. And they found billions and billions of ounces in the Grand Canyon. So you have this evil creation from Jekyll Island. J. Edward Griffith was 100% right, except what he didn't get right was the motivation. Why did they do it? They did it, obviously, but why? And it was all about finding that gold in the Grand Canyon. But if you're on the road to Roota, you know that, right? And I'll be talking about that on a private road article too. But right now, get your name in the hat for the silver drawing. We are looking at my Patreon channel, Road to Roota. That's all you got to do is sign up for this week's silver coin. I'm giving away a silver Roota coin in the drawing right here, autographed. There it is, the coolest coin ever. And then July 1st is the big one. I think this one went for $2,000. The other went for $5,000. I don't remember. You can check on eBay. But this one's better because it's been certified and it's autographed. Because I've seen people sell them for $800-900 unautographed and not special. But hey, this is going to be free if you win the drawing, right? Okay, that's it for right now. I got to go warm up for my rock star performance. Paul, I'm going to play Bad Girls. You're going to laugh your ass off because it's a hysterical song. And a couple crypto songs. I'm going to play a couple other originals that I wrote a long time ago. And we're going to do it. This is Bix Weir, roadtoRoota.com. I'll talk to you in a bit.